Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and confusion of faces scattered throughout the four corners of the earth through captivity. Give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kadash. It's the name of the world ignorantly calls God, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, in the ancient Hebrew, and double honors unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us to be upon truth and rule well. I wanted to get into the fact of what brothers have spoken about for years and how in this place where people tend to fucking are on that PC tip, so-called politically correct, that walk on eggshells, pedestalizing a fucking women's spirit that this world and society is on. They fail to bring out that we didn't hear this much before the truth, okay? And really, you don't really hear this among these other bitch-ass camps, okay? But you hear it from the true men, the last real fucking men on the planet, okay? The elders and apostles at Great Millstone on down. This statement that a woman will get you fucking killed, okay? A lot of death from that and demise that men meet is by a fucking woman, all right? And all throughout the scriptures, let's be real, they dog out the fucking woman. The scriptures completely dog out this wicked ass fucking creature, okay? Because she is just that. Scriptures tell us that all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, okay? And this is just a quick prime example of that. And it makes an extremely strong case. And I say that almost facetiously because, bitch, there ain't no other fucking choice but this way, the way that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai set up. It's this way or fucking death. This way or the highway, all right? The highway that leads, that has the end of that road was fucking demolished. And you go right off pretty much the side of the proverbial cliff, okay? So this makes, saying it fucking somewhat facetiously, this makes an extremely strong case for the scriptures that say that a woman is supposed to keep at home. They're supposed to be keepers at home, okay? They're not supposed to gad abroad. We're going to get into that precept as well, because look what it breeds, okay? It breeds nothing but wickedness, okay? And then up to culminates into death. A lot of fucking men have met brutal demises, death, or the loss of freedom, other fucking heavy judgments. Very undesirable outcomes at the pretty much from the antics of this fucking woman, man. And here you had this case in San Diego from several years ago of a couple walking down the street, okay, and the woman, scantily clad, fucking with her, just to clarify what that means, had her body out like most of these fucking women do, ass and cheeks fucking exposed, in whatever extent that is. And who they were together, this couple, and it started to rain, so the bitch ran in front of, they were walking home from a bar or whatever, and the bitch ran in front to go under this awning for shelter from the rain, left her dude in the dust for a duration, and a car pulls up and starts, pretty much lusting after the woman, asking her if she wants a ride and all this stuff, right? And long story short, the bitch's boyfriend comes up, starts an altercation with the guy, and he gets put to death. Okay, the woman's fiance, her man, gets put to death. Okay, and that's just a simple example among infinite that where a woman will say specifically, because we see that shit wouldn't have happened if they stayed where the fuck they were supposed to be. But an example of a woman being given liberty and being allowed to get abroad, how it breeds death, okay? And that's why you have in these ancient cultures that still maintain those customs to this day around the world, mainly in the Western Asia, and even where I'm fucking tripping, still in Russia and China and a lot of different fucking places around the world. They're fighting tooth and fucking nail to keep their women in subjection. Okay, because nothing but death and destruction and turmoil and heartache and pain results from allowing these women, giving them fucking liberty. Okay, and letting them out the house. That's why when you go to, I quote this all the time, I had a cousin, because it made such a lasting impact in childhood. You know, I had a step cousin, who went on a missions trip to Turkey, you know, when I was early teens, and when he came back. So that would be, you know, '05 maybe, you know, between '03 and '05, 2003 and 2005. And my cousin came back, and it was a fucking culture shock, a shell shock that he explained that he had when he was over there, because when he was out in public at all the establishments, the fucking market, the goddamn restaurants, the coffee shops, the tea houses, all these different establishments where otherwise in America would be fucking flooded with women, there wasn't one trace. There wasn't, what did they say? There wasn't one single solitary one of them. Like that nigga said in Sandlot, there wasn't a trace of a woman in these public forums, man. And if they were, which they weren't, but if you ever did see a woman, you didn't see one strand of hair. You barely saw, you know, her eyes, okay? And not even that, because they keep their fucking head down and their eyes to the earth, okay? So it's a stark contrast between these wicked Western societies of the liberated woman compared to these other cultures. And they do that for a reason. Look how much death and destruction and just wickedness that is bred from the contrary, from allowing them to be out, not keeping them in. Okay? So that's what it is. That's what you have in a lot of regions still to this day. And guess what? We're going back into this fucking time. Okay? Because let's be real. Let's get into it. The Most High created and he designed the opposites to attract. The Slakia. He designed men and women to be attracted to each other, and even more so for a man to be attracted to a woman. Okay, it's fucking ingrained in him. It's literally fucking it's almost as if they can't help it. And let's be real, that's what he created it for. All right? For so many purposes, right? For the purposes of procreation and all these things. But in that, there's laws that are in place. A woman is not supposed to be out because a man naturally is going to lust after a woman. So she shouldn't even fucking be around a man, especially a married woman. Okay? So in that, what did you have? This man who's lusting over this woman who has a man. And of course, let's be real. A woman fucking loves attention. Because that's why I mentioned, men and women are attracted to each other, but more so the man to the woman, because the scriptures tell us that a woman's glory is her fucking hair, and the man's glory is the woman. So if anything, the man has more of a desire and attraction to her than she does for the man. And another thing, see, if her glory is her hair, it's her vanity, it's her physical appearance. So that's actually, she fucking that's her desire, okay? And that gives her satisfaction more than anything, is to be desired, okay? It's to garner that attraction from men. It doesn't matter, no matter who it is. It's like a fucking drug to her, especially how that she's tasted it. Okay, the ones that never tasted it, like these women that you see put up in these other countries, it's not even a thing because they don't know it. They don't know that, and they're not fucking supposed to. Okay, so he was over there trying to pretty much proposition this woman, and really it was just to give her a fucking ride. It was in the pouring rain. Okay. And let's be real, San Diego temperatures, it doesn't get fucking cold like that. Even in the winter and even in the rain. All right, I believe it was in Oceanside or Ocean Beach. So come on, it's on the water. Okay. So it was particularly warm, so a bitch can still be scantily clad in that shit, which they were. They were just at a fucking bar. All right, so he's over there propositioning this woman that has a man. And that's right there. That's how it's bred. And then he goes over there and gets his ass fucking put to death. Okay, on some fluke shit too, because he was an ex-wrestler, fucking national champ. The fiance. Okay, got this guy who tried to pick up his fiance, put him in a motherfucking lock, a wrestling lock. And then the motherfucker pulled out his pocket knife. All right, let's just go through it real quick. Sky Blue Flanders, Harless's fiance, was a key witness for the prosecution in both trials. On the day of the stabbing, Flanders had told the police that Gensler had approached her in his car while she was walking across the street, and had asked her if she wanted a ride. According to Flanders, Harless, who's the nigga who got stabbed, was zipping up his jacket, and he's an Edomite. You say nigga because it's a term. Zipping up his jacket on the other side of the street when Gensler first spoke to her. She told police that Harless had then crossed the street and knocked on Gensler's window. As Flanders described the events to police that day, Gensler got out of the car. Harless and Gensler exchanged punches. Harless flipped Gensler to the ground, and Gensler stabbed Harless while Harless had Gensler on the ground. Okay. Flanders also told police that day that Harless was a skilled wrestler who had been involved in previous street fights. Okay. There you go. There you have it. And how many fucking times has this happened? Men fighting to the fucking death over a woman. All right, when there's plenty to go around, but this is the type of shit that this society fucking breeds. And that's why this place is going to go out the worst way than any other kingdom and rulership landmass has ever caught. Okay? Because of all these wicked customs of this fucking place. All right? How much wickedness is bred from this? It says, which is in Sirach 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Okay, so the woman is a major proponent of wickedness, okay, of sin, which is synonymous. It's almost like they have a stronger propensity than any other of the Most High's creation. What do brothers say, that it's like they're vessels for fucking Satan? And it's almost like they can't even fucking help it. They're just susceptible to that, okay? And you see how much they're given to the whims of whatever emotion and demon that hops on them, okay? And by allowing her liberty, what has that done to society? You give this person, this creature, more rights and more freedom to do wickedness. It's just going to further plummet that society into destruction and chaos. And that's why it's likened into a death. This place is dying, man. It's in a state of fucking death. It's in the same chapter, but we're going to jump around. I pulled up the tabs so I don't have to search through the chapter scroll and do all that. You have them right here. It's in the 19th verse. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Okay, so that guy was not innocent. We have to mention that. You know, he got fucking put to death. That was like that was judgment that he got. But look, it was, how did that death come upon him? Because by being given unto this woman. Okay. That's why it says the man of Yahweh Shem Shai will escape from her, but the one that doesn't pleases them not, pretty much, roughly paraphrasing, will be given unto her, so that she could fucking ruin your life and destroy you. Okay? That's one of the best ways that he can do it, is with a woman. Look at fucking Eve. Okay? Look at Adam. It's one of the quickest ways to destroy a man is through a woman. And that's why he gave the elect such a strong fucking resolve in this time. Okay? To be even to the state of the ones with wives, the men of Yahweh Shem Shai, the hopeful elect with wives, it be as though they don't even fucking have them. Alright? Let's be real, they're fucking afterthought. Alright? And they're gonna be what to a ultimate purpose and function what they were created for in the kingdom. Okay, but in this society, this is proof that brothers always brought out how a woman being given liberty and pretty much freedom to do what she does and is allowed to in this society, how it breeds death. It's a prime fucking example, man. Okay, and how many countless times that this happens. This is Sirach 25 up, 25 and 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And any woman, that matter, they're not to be given liberty to go about, go anywhere really. They're supposed to keep at home. When you look at that, the keepers of the house in that scripture, it means a stayer at home, literally in the Strong's definition. A stayer at home, one who stays at the home. How many examples do we see in the scriptures where, you know, a woman out there vulnerable and shit, even if she's not, you know, throwing around her wiles, her, like it says, displaying those qualities of the snares and nets, which is to trap and trick and fuck people over, even just out there so-called innocent. Okay, it's still gonna fucking breed destruction. That's why it says not to give the water passage, because when you give the water passage, it destroys everything in its path. Bring it out once again. During these hurricanes, one of the recent ones, I believe, was Ian, a couple years ago or so, a year ago, when that Florida got rocked with. It wasn't the structural damage from the hurricane, which is ripping and tearing through structures. It wasn't the structural damage that caused the most destruction. It was the water damage, man. Because once the water gets through in the foundation and gets in the structure and the inner workings of a society of Slovakia, of the infrastructure. Okay, when it gets up in there, it causes irreparable damage. You pretty much have to fucking build back fresh and new. Okay, and that's what it is. They've gone through like a hurricane. Okay, like a fucking typhoon. Have gone through and just destroyed everything in their fucking path. Look at this, so-called women's empowerment, women's lib, and how much wickedness and destruction has resulted from that. Okay, but in a short space, we're coming into this time of the great humbling of the woman. Did we not just see these women bug out of their fucking minds? Okay, show you what the complete demons that they are during the so-called election results, even though it was according to their fucking choosing the whole time. All right, they already had that decision already made up. Because look, those motherfuckers, those puppets, those storefront representatives likened to your president and government officials, they don't have a say-so over what's going down. They're just fucking, they're just just what we said. They're fucking storefronts. Okay, it's just a cover man from the actual shadow government, the deep state. Okay, that's really controlling shit. All right, but what did we see? We saw them bug out of their fucking minds, man. Okay, because they're worried about pretty much being humbled. Okay, what did one of the bitches say? And Lord will I get to do a lesson on it. Because, bitch, you can't escape from this shit. Don't matter where you go. This cunt said, I'm not going to stick around. She said, bye, America. Did a little TikTok. And said, I'm leaving America. I'm not sticking around for the Handmaid's Tale. Liking it to you, because of whatever shit they think Trump is going to exact upon the nation, no abortions and all this other shit. No, but no matter where they go, this great humbling is gonna be global, and then it's gonna translate into the kingdom, man. All right. None of this shit of what we've seen over the past several decades, that's just progressed into this loose profligate, do as thou wilt, maxed out, turned up in wickedness creature that we see, okay? Shit that we don't even fucking recognize. Beasts, okay? Fucking monsters. All right? And in a short space, all this shit is going to be done away with. All right? So with that, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai Bashim Kadash. Shalom.